All right, so how do we solve this problem? So here we have to write a function where the input parameter of that function is this array. Now this array has 9 elements. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 elements in this array. First of all, what we do is we declare a parameter called variable called maximum area, assign it to 0, and a L variable L, assign it to 0. And another variable R, assign that to array count minus 1. So 9 minus 1 is 8. Now we run a while loop. So while L is less than R, keep looping. Loop 1, L is 0, R is 8. Find the element at index L. Find the element at index 0, which is 1. Find the element at index R. Find the element at index 8, which is 7. Find the minimum of these two, 1 and 7, which is 1. Assign it to variable h. Find the width w, which is equal to r minus l. R is 8, l is 0, so r minus 8 is 8. So what we have done is we found out the height, which is this on the chart, and we found out w width, which is this length. So what we want to do is we find out this area in blue, which is h multiplied by w. 1 multiplied by 8 is 8. Now what we do is we check the value of maximum area variable on the top, which is 0. Now if this 8 is greater than 0, which it is, then we update the value of maximum area variable from 0 to 8 right here in the second iteration. If now what we do is if a is less than b right over here, then we increment the L. Otherwise, we decrement the R. So in this case, A is greater than B, A is less than B, 1 is less than 7. Yes. So what we do is we increment the L. So now L becomes L is equal to L plus 1. So value of L goes from 0 to 1 right here. Loop 2. Now from the previous loop, we got the new maximum area as 8, and L, which was 0 before, is now 1, and R was 8 before, R remains still 8. Now what we do is we repeat the same thing. We find out index element at index L, which is element at index 1, which is 8, and element at index R, which is element at index 8, which is 7. We assign 8 as C and 7 as D. Now height h is minimum of 8 and 7, which is 7, and width w is r minus l, which is 8 minus 1, which is 7. So h is 7, which if you look at the chart, we got this height as 7, and r is 7, so width is 7, which is the width. So now what we are doing is we calculate the area area of a blue box that's shown in the chart, which is h multiplied by w. 7 sevens are 49. Now if 49 is greater than max area, which is 8, yes, then update the max area variable to 49. Also you check if c is less than d. No, c is greater than d, 8 is greater than 7. Then if that is the case, we go into the else statement and we decrement r by 1. So now r becomes 7. Loop 3. Now from the loop 2, we have L is 1, R is 7, and maximum area is 49. We again do the same thing. We find out the element at index L, which is at index 1, which is 8. Element at index R, which is 7, is 3. What we do is minimum of 8 and 3 is 3. So assign that to variable h, and we do variable w, width is r minus l, which is 7 minus 1 is 6. So what we found out, if you look on the chart on the right side, we found out the height is 3 and width is 6. So if now we want to do is we want to find the area of this blue box, which is 3 times 6 is 18. Now what we do is we see if 18 is less than the max value, which is 49. No, it's not, which means we don't update the max area. Then We also check if E is less than F. No, it is not less than 3, which means we decrement the R, which is now R becomes 7, R equal to R minus 1, 7 minus 1. So new value of R is 6. Loop 4. From loop 3, we know that the value of L is 1, value of R is 6, and maximum area is 49. We do the same thing. We find the element at index L, which is element at index 1, which is 8. And we also find out element at index R, which is element at index 6, which is 8. And we find the minimum of 8 and assign it to H. We find the variable W by doing R minus L, which is 6 minus 1 is 5. So if you look at the chart here, height is 8 and width is 5. So we find out the area of the blue box, which is H multiplied by W. 8 5s are 40. Now we check if 40 is less than 49 max area. No, then we don't update it. Also we check if G is less than H. No, then else we go and we decrement R by 1. So R becomes 6 minus 1, which is 5. All right, loop 5. Again, L is 2, R is 5, maximum area is 49. Index at L is 6, index at R is 4, minimum of 6 and 4 is 4. Width is R minus L is 3. So we try to find out the area of this blue box on the right, which is 4 3s are 12. And since 12 is less than 49, we don't update the maximum area. And we check if K is less than L. No, then we decrement R by 1. So R becomes 4. Loop 6, same thing. L is 2, R is 4, maximum area is 49. In array index at element at index 2 is 6, element index 4 is 5, minimum of 6 and 5 is 5, assign it to H. W is R minus L, which is 2. So we look at the chart, we try to find the area of the blue box on the right, which is 5 times 2 is 10. If 10 is not less than 49, 10 is not less than 49, so don't update the maximum area. Check for if M is less than N. No, then you decrement the R becomes 3. We go to loop 7. L is 2, R is 3, maximum area is 49. Index at element at index 2 is 6, element at index 3 is 2. H is minimum of 6 and 2 is 2. Width is R minus L, which is 2, which is you get the blue box on the right side. Area is H multiplied by W, which is 4. 4 is less than 49, so we don't update the maximum area. Also check if O is less than P. No, which means we decrement the R to 2. Now in the when the code tries to enter the next loop, the value is value of L is 2, R is 2, and maximum area is 49. Now since R is L less than R is not true anymore, the code will exit the while loop. We then return the value of maximum area, which is 49.